Hello?
Hey there, John. It's Rowan from Silver Tiger Media. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Excellent, thank you. What a treat to speak with you. Thanks so much for your time today.
Oh, no problem, man.
Now, you are a world-renowned guitarist of tremendous skill. You formed Shadows Fall back in 1995 with Brian, Matt and Jason. How did you initially arrive into music and guitar?
What made me want to play guitar was all the commercial metal that was on MTV in the 80s. It was just, everything then was larger than life, especially for metal. Everyone was selling millions of records and playing arenas, and as soon as I saw that, I was like, I want to do that.
Most certainly. What a lead-in. And, of course, 2016 marks the 35-year anniversary for Anthrax, who I'm sure was one of your favourites. You joined in 2013.
Yeah.
I have to ask, what was that experience like to join this band and fit in with the others, having such a rich, long history together?
I mean, it was crazy because it's a band I grew up on and that had an influence on me. So to actually be in the band now is just, it's surreal. I started listening to Anthrax when I was 13, and if you told me I was going to be in the band, I would, of course, never believed you.
Indeed, yeah. And even with your experience and skill, it must have been a little daunting to kick off with.
Oh, yeah, it was nerve-wracking for sure.
And I understand Rob Caggiano actually told you himself that he was leaving Anthrax, and from his experience thought you were the one and only man for the job.
Yeah, he called me up and said he was going to leave, and he knew that I knew the other guys, and so he just wanted to make sure he was covered. And then Scott called me up shortly after that and said, hey, I heard you, you know what's going on? I go, yeah. So he goes, so you can do it? I go, absolutely.
Oh, brilliant. I understand that you'd actually worked with Scott a couple of times previously.
Yeah, we were on a couple things together, like, those things where they put a bunch of different musicians together. And we were on a metal Christmas CD together. It was a track, and it was me, Scott, John Contessa, and Chuck Billy.
Fantastic stuff. And, of course, but Rob has been killing it with Volbeat ever since. And since you're joining in 2013, you've been the Anthrax shredder. I mean, how has the touring journey with Anthrax been for you?
The tour has been awesome. Fans have been nice to me. And like I said, it's a dream come true to look over on stage and be playing with these guys.
Most certainly. Of course, we were tremendously fortunate to see you very early on in the piece, playing Soundwave 2013 with Anthrax. That was just killer shows.
Yeah, that was the first tour I did. I didn't even get to jam with the band. I just flew to Australia and played the show.
Oh, wow. It was that quick?
Yep.
Oh, my God.
So, yeah, that was a little stressful.
I can imagine, on stage with them straight away. But obviously your experience and skill flourished. Your work on For All Kings is astounding. How was the production of the album for you personally?
It's great. The thing is with this record is I could actually say from a fan standpoint, because I didn't write any of the songs or the riffs. I just wrote the guitar solos. So I could say as a fan this record's awesome. If you're an Anthrax fan, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't like it. It's got a little something for everybody. If you like hard rock or heavy metal, it's got something for you.
Absolutely. And did you find Jay Ruston encouraged that sort of perspective to see it from a fan's point of view?
Yeah, Jay was awesome to work with. He's a brilliant engineer and producer, and it was a lot of fun working with him.
Most certainly. And look, to be a huge part of what's Anthrax's finest work ever, it must be a personal thrill for you to be such an integral component.
Yeah, I'm psyched. I can't wait for it there and just to tour the world on it.
Most certainly. It's beyond sensational, so congratulations if I can humbly offer that.
Thanks, man.
Was your touring experience important for the writing and production process?
No, I don't think that touring experience had anything to do with writing. But, I mean, it definitely helped out for, jumping into this and jumping in the middle of the tour cycle for worship music. Actually, it was at the very end of their tour cycle, so I think that helped out because, if you had somebody who didn't have tour experience, I think it'd be a shock to the system.
I can understand that completely. And the hooks and riffs that you put in there are obviously key critical to the importance of this album, but everybody was literally better than ever before. There seemed to be a lifting of each other's delivery, almost a challenge to do better than ever before. Were you feeling that?
Yeah, for sure. I think the band, they're all in a good place. Everyone's getting along, and the band's on the up again, and, worship music put them back on the map. And, the shows have been packed. People are talking about Anthrax again, so I think it's all good. And like I said, there's like two. Those guys are running circles around 25-year-olds when they play live.
Oh, yeah, most certainly. Do you have a favorite track to play from the album?
Right now we're playing Breathing Lightning, and I'm really, really into that song. And that's one of my favorite solos on the record, so I'm glad I get to play it live.
Most certainly. And I very much enjoy your tutorials, and sorry for the shameless plug, but at jondonais.com, which leads me to ask if there was a particularly challenging track on For All Kings from a guitar's perspective.
Well, it was just different because obviously I had to make these guys happy. So the way I did it was they would send me the song and tell me what the leads went, and then I'd demo out the lead, and then I'd get on the phone with Charlie, and we discuss we'd only get on the phone if Charlie wasn't happy with certain sections, and then so sometimes we jam over the phone together, and I'd throw different ideas at him, and then he'd be like, yeah, that's that one. And it was pretty easy. I didn't demo more than, it didn't take more than 3 demos for any song, and some of them hit right away.
Oh, brilliant stuff. It really is that astounding, right down to the vocals. I have to ask, and I hope you'll forgive this question, John, but you're probably the best qualified person in the world to ask. Do you think For All Kings is the best collection from Anthrax ever before, musically and lyrically?
I think so. What I like about Anthrax right now is it's just a good mix of heavy metal, thrash metal, and hard rock. And I like that there's stuff, it's not, this record isn't just one long song. And there's a lot of modern metal right now, to me, it just seems one-dimensional. And it's like if you heard one song, you heard the other 10 on the record. And what I like about Anthrax is each song has its own identity and stands out. And there's peaks and valleys, and there's fast stuff, there's mellow stuff. I like that. It's a full record, which I think a lot of fans are missing these days.
Oh, absolutely agreed. Every song has its own identity, as you said, and each one is a hit. I find myself going back to the start because you're convinced at the end every previous track was better than the other.
Yeah, it's catchy, man. I think once people give it a few spins, it's going to get stuck in their head.
It will too, without doubt, and I cannot wait to see the audience reaction as soon as it's released. It'll be brilliant. I think there's no doubt everyone who buys the album will feel like a king. There's no two ways about it. It's a masterpiece.
Yes.
So where from here? Obviously touring first, but where would you even start in an attempt to top this album?
Well, we're out in the U.S. with Lamb of God. We're about to wrap it up. Show's been amazing, and it's been packed. We're going to go home for a couple of weeks, and then we go out to South America with Iron Maiden for a month.
Yeah.
So that's going to be, you can't beat that. And then after that, there's a handful of radio shows in the U.S., radio festival shows. And then all summer will be Europe and all those European festivals.
Oh, fantastic stuff. And as I understand it, Shadows Fall is merely on hold at the moment while everyone's busy with other projects?
Yeah, Shadows Fall is, I don't know. I don't think we'll ever be touring or putting out records again. We might do shows. We'll do shows here and there, and maybe new songs will pop up here and there. But it's just too hard for all 5 of us to get together now. People got married, had kids, and life happened. So it's not that easy to get together anymore, and it actually costs us money to see each other now because we don't live near each other. So I'm sure people offer us shows here and there. We'll do them, but as far as any touring or full-length records, I don't think that's ever going to happen again.
Yeah, but nonetheless, we thank you for your previous work at building up to this Anthrax gig. It really was sensational. There must be almost a supreme satisfaction of sorts for you personally in joining to be a huge contributor to the 35-year benchmark celebrated by Anthrax's finest work. Do you feel quite happy with that?
Yeah, I mean, it's an honor to play with these guys. You guys could have got anybody. So, I still can't believe it myself.
Oh, most certainly. The artwork by Alex Ross suits the album extremely well because on this recording, you literally make the listener feel like an integral component of the music. Do you visualize an audience when you're playing, or you're purely in the studio? How does it work for you personally?
I don't. I just try to make myself happy. Honestly, I think about what would I want to hear, and I try to make that a reality.
Wow, that sounds like the key to life to me. And of course, we're keeping our fingers crossed for a headline tour of Australia, and hopefully very soon, so we can see you perform live again down under.
Yeah, I can't wait. I love going there. So hopefully some promoters try to bring Anthrax over there soon.
Most certainly, we'll put that out there. Jon, thank you for this album. I can't honestly wait to hear and see the reaction of the public come February 26th. It's utterly phenomenal.
Right on, man. I can't wait either.
And such a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you very much for your time today. It's been a thorough pleasure.
All right, thanks for having me, dude.
Pleasure. Travel safe on tour, my friend.
All right, take care.
Cheers. Bye-bye.